What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Hey, just want to, I gotta turn cameras on. I'm not normally that bad. Now live on your channel. Alright. So I got a notification. And let's say... So, I do have my microphone back. I did find that, got some batteries. Hopefully the volume's not too loud for you guys. I am going to look at it real quick while on my phone. And for those that have not seen it, this is actually the entire shop. I have not shown off the shop. I will do a shop tour one of these days. I'll do a shop video, and you guys will be able to see a whole shop video. But for now, this is what you guys will see. I'm looking for like notification. I thought I saw a thing that said you were live. Let's see. There it is. Let's check volume. I'm just doing this to check volume. Perfect. And it's really, really not much of a delay, so that's even better. I'll be able to see the comments up here on the screen, so I will try to reply to whatever comments I can. And let's just get straight to it. So today I'll be tooling an eagle onto this, so you can see. Hopefully all that comes out, but we'll see how that comes out. I do have a couple different camera views. We'll try to use this view for most of it, and we'll try to make sure that it's centered so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll be working on this one here, so we'll adjust it just a little bit. Hopefully everything works out. The cameras all work out right, and everything works. So we'll get this thing going. If you guys haven't, if you guys are somebody just watching now, if you guys would, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. We are pushing YouTube this year for more stuff than anything else. So, but you know what? Let's get a quick selfie with a post. Yeah, we'll flip that photo around. We will make it square. I'm going to hold it like this. All right, now I have an Instagram picture. So, all right, let's get the tooling. So I actually don't normally do it in pen, but I decided to do it in pen real quick, and then after I did it in pen and I set everything up, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go live with this one. So here we are. We're live. One of the first things we'll do before we start is we will strop the blade. I usually give it about 5 on each side, but we'll see how I feel. I'm trying not to be all like crazy and loud and stuff like that. I usually am. But I'm trying. And like I said, guys, if you were watching, go ahead and comment so I can see if you're watching. I have a feeling that those colors are going to stay. But, of course, I pick a really small item. I need to set up a... I don't know what happened to my thing here's all chipped up. I don't know why. Huh. So, of course, I picked a real small item to tool today, and I need to pick up like a magnifying glass, I think, so I can see what's going on. I don't always do traditional style tooling, but I try to do what I can. Usually I make it look at least look alright. And that's my main goal, is to make it look, at least look okay. I am going to just share this real quick to, I guess I'm not using this camera this time, so I'll put it up like this so it's out of the way. This light. I figure out a way to share this so I can share it with people. Share. Copy link. Let me just share it real quick to the group. That's the page. Let's go back to share it to the group. There, and now let's go back to all right. This way it's an overview and you guys can see the overview picture of it when I'm not actually working on the product. I just may go and do another one because this is going to be tough. But I still have to do an eagle, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to finish the eagle. Super small. I need to get more lights in here. There's actually not much I'm going to tool on this. I'm going to do this. And then when I stain it, it'll all just show up real nice. So maybe we'll get to stain it tonight too, and you can see how it comes out. So this is actually a test knife sheath. This will be the first time I'm making this knife sheath. So I want to see how it comes out. But I hate just having a plain sheath to wear. So this will replace the sheath that I have on my side right now. Which I love, but I got I don't want to say a better pattern. I got a pattern for this one. So, and I don't want to spend all night on this because I'll have to cut up any more bags. but I have to prep the bags and prep some more of the notebook covers. And I don't have cameras set up on that side of the shop yet, so I can't just go live on that one. But I will. I'll get them set up at some point. I just got to get through these first shows and then I put this eagle on a little bit of an angle, so that way when it's worn, it'll be worn at an angle like this. So that's where the belt's going to go. So the eagle is flying, but it'll look okay both ways. Now I could go and take some time and paint this all up and stuff like that, but I'm not going to. I am using a craft aid for this, and if you don't know, then you can see how it's done with a craft aid. So I'm just trying to look at the beak and see what the beak looks like. I'm gonna come out a little bit. Did that come out? I come out a little bit like this. There we go. So come out. Do I need to zoom in for you guys? I think I'd come out of the frame if I did that. Let's see, I gotta do these. Now, just to give this a little more time for working and stuff, I'll put maybe a background behind it. But we're going to give it a little bit of shadow here. Ooh, which tool do I need? I didn't even grab any of my tooling stuff. That wasn't smart. I am going to have a drink here in a minute. Tonight's definitely going to be a late night in the shop. Alright, let's see what we can do here. This one I'm going to apologize because there's not much I can do about the view. so I apologize. I try to do this the best I can, but without moving the whole. I should get a camera. Yeah. And I need that light over here. So I'm going to go all the way around this. I'll figure out how to save this. Hey, what's up, Mark? So I'm trying to boost my numbers a little bit more in the YouTube area, so I figured this will give me some good numbers. Yeah, I would have. I just actually said, Mark. I just said, yeah, I need one of those. Definitely. I probably shouldn't have picked this project for going live, but I'm able to play around with it. Really not much tooling because I am going to antique this. So I don't know if there's really that much tooling is needed. And I'll show you some of the tricks that I think I'm going to use to help this one out. Again, this is just, I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do a background stamp or just a backgrounder around this whole thing anyway. But if you look, I'm doing more of an, this is not meant to do angles with this tool, but you can see I'm doing some angles with it. So it's not like a smooth edge. And I'm not gonna paint this one, so I'm not really looking for full detail. This is a new style, sheath that I'm trying. So we will when it's done, we'll see how it looks and see. I don't want to carry around a blank piece. So, yeah, I'm just going to make it. I think I saw that you were home again, which is good to hear. All right, so I don't want to use a backgrounder tool on the eagle itself, so I'm actually just going to smooth it with my modeling spoon, like right in here. Just to give it some depth. Also here, I don't know if you can see as it stands. Oh, yeah. So the tool tip for this one is just a backgrounder tool. The number is the number is, don't pick on me, PB011. And you could pick that up actually at Hobby Lobby. That's one of my Hobby Lobby stamps. I use that Hobby Lobby stamp. I use this one all the time. So I have this one, which is a little bit thin, and then I have and one of these days I'm going to make myself, I had one, but I don't know where it went. One of these days I'm going to do something about all my tools. But then I have this one here. So that's one that I use, and you can see that's a sharper angle than what the ones I find at Tandy, and that's its little one for that one. So that's what the two tools that I normally use while doing this. This one's just, I'm going to end up using this one here in a minute when I go through, and I'm going to design, I don't know what, maybe a small basket weave. Nope, basket weave is going to get messed up in between. So I'm just going to do, I'm going to make a border all around, and then we'll do a backgrounder with maybe a camouflage tool around it. But back to this, you can see that this leg is in front of this leg, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a texture there. Try to get that claw to show up a little bit. Without trying to destroy that one, which is already pretty messed up down there. And then put this behind that also, because that's the second leg. Now for all of these V's, I knew it right when I started doing it. I knew exactly what I was going to do. And, ooh, I like old tools. I like to go like this and just give every one of those V's a little push. So now, without really trying, I was able to tool each one of those, and I can go through and give in between these feathers a little bit of a push, just to give it some type of, but let me do that afterwards. Now this is going to be the hard part. I'm going to grab my dividers, which are not standard issue. Well, they are standard issue if you buy tools from, say, Hobby Lobby. I mean, Harbor Freight. So I want to give Let's see. I'm gonna do just about a 1/4 of an inch border inside the stitch line. Now, I already know that that much of a space is gonna go inside that eagle, but I'm gonna do that on purpose. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to trace it up that line. You know what? I'm gonna put my ruler on there so I have something to drag against. But I want to give it some type of something else around it. I'm going to go, because this is going to take away some, I'm actually going to go less than a 1/4 of an inch, because it's going to take some of my spacing away. So we're going to go to heavy 3/16, because see, it's sitting in about a 1/16. And I'm just going to come up. Perfect. A little bit more. So that's going to give a nice little border around that. Let's flip this over. Let's do it again. And again, I know that this spacing is going to put it on the other side, but that'll give it a little cool, kind of a cool effect, I think. Go right to it. Come right past it. And you'll see what I'm doing here. Here, I'm going to just mark. Instead of dragging, then I'll just connect the dots afterwards. And when you do this, make sure that you keep yourself at a 90 degrees from the edge. You know, do a 90-degree angle so that way you're not. I just thought of an easy way I could have done this, but we'll try it next time maybe. Alright, so now I'm just gonna connect them. It's not giving me a, oh, you know what? Let's use, this guy's got a sharp edge. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this one out. This sheath may actually be bigger than what I planned for the item I plan to put in it. But we will see when we get there. I'm gonna have to bring my battery charger in here for the batteries on this headset. I bought a bunch just so I bought like an 8-pack, but I want to make sure that I have enough to go around. Alright, so now I need to decide what I'm going to do for the background. Because the two are not connecting, Like if there was nothing in here, I do a really small, and when I say small, I mean that's super small for the size. I'd do that. If I went up and down with it, nope, because this doesn't connect. The rest of it I can make connect. No. I don't want it to be completely destroyed. Do I want to do a short or a long? I'll do the short. We're going to do this. We're going to do that backgrounder. And we're going to need where's the last tool? Just had it in my hand. That's the problem with using as a problem with all my tools sitting here. I usually have to go like this, tip it up and look for it. There it is. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to use that. All right. So we have a few ways we're going to do this. And let's go and wet it quick. Glad I looked over so I can put it back to that camera view. So that's the backgrounder I'm going to use. I'm just debating if I'm going to background it first or if I'm going to which tool I'm going to go with next. Yeah, I think I'll background it. Well, no. We'll do the edge, which should go pretty quick because it's straight lines. So Mark, did you get a notification that I went live? Maybe an email or your app on your phone tell you that I went live? I think that's Kyle. Is that Kyle? I'll just call you K. Thanks, K. Oh, good. So I'm just wondering how the traffic got there. But that's good to know. One of the reasons I wasn't too worried about how clean that corner was is because I already knew I was going to do a backgrounder on it. I just didn't know which backgrounder I was going to use. And I may not use the next tool that's in my arsenal that I planned on using. Now that I'm this far into it. I haven't decided. So the next piece that I have is a, yeah, I thought that was going to be a cool, once I did it, I was like, okay, that'll work. That'll be cool. I kind of wish that I did it on both sides, but I didn't want the border to, you know what? I may have messed up. I may need more room on this stitching for the bottom. Oh, we'll see. I have an idea on how I can possibly save that. Let's see. I'll be doing a live blacksmith demo in Camden on the 8th. Also be selling leather and forest stuff. Hope to make enough to restock for some hides. Mark, send me a PM and we can talk. I think I'm gonna do it. I just think it's gonna look good. You know what? Before I do it, let me verify. Where'd my swivel knife? Here we go. Swivel knife. That. Now, let's see if this idea is going to look good. I don't know. All right, guys. So, let's see if we switch cameras here. All right, so this is the test piece. And you can see the bottom part. I put a little border around it. And this is without the border. What do you guys think? I think if I go back around that, it'll look good too. Maybe it'll look too much if I put that border around it. I don't know. I should probably switch cameras so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm thinking without. I think I'll just go through and clean it back up again with a quick just to give it a real crisp, a more crisp edge. And I think I'll leave it. So when I said I think I screwed up, I didn't leave enough room at the bottom for a stitch line. So if you look at the bottom here, I left, this is the stitch line here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a stitch line right here and a stitch line right here. So that's where the stitches are going. It's okay up here because that's the spacing is okay. But I should have had double the space down here and I did not. So this one's going to be slightly messed up anyway. What I am going to do is to save it, I will draw a line to get that stitch mark through there. I'm actually going to have to draw the line all the way around it. I'll cut it. You guys can see. I will cut this piece right here. I'll punch 2 holes in each one of these. I'll line the 2 holes up when I go to glue it, and that'll give me more material to stitch around here. So when I stitch this bottom, and then I'll cut through both of these to make it finished. So I did mess it up because this needs to have double the space, so there's a stitch line that goes underneath it. Which means I may have, yep, I messed up here and here with the lines also. Those lines shouldn't be that high. So we will, it's a learning experience, and I'm okay with it. Mainly it's a prototype so I can see how they sit and how they feel, how it holds the product, the intended product. I already did that side. I don't know why I'm doing it again. Here we go. Probably because I'm talking. K. Bale, is that Kyle by any chance? Or am I thinking a different person? All right, so that's it there. I will go around it one more time. Indubitably, I thought it was. I'm gonna go around the eagle one more time. I do have ways that I could, and because it's gonna be messed up at the bottom, I'm really not gonna spend too much time on this eagle. But I do have ways that I can make the eagle stand out even more before staining, but I am not going to. We could actually stain all this background black even. I think there's too much background, so I'm not going to do it black because I think that would make it stand out, but it would make the whole sheath stand out, and I'm trying not to make the sheath stand out. This may be big enough for a pocket knife. I've been wearing a PTK knife on my side for a while. As long as I'm in shorts, I'm wearing one of these sheaths, or this style sheath, and it's mainly used for a trapper knife, and I don't have a trapper knife, so I've just been wearing whatever on this. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep tooling. About 49 minutes in. I'm willing to stick here until about 10 if I'm working on this. So, if you guys are watching, I'll keep. Yeah, that's who it is. I like turtles. Let me go grab my stain. We'll stain it quick and see what the next step is gonna be. Bleep 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 bleep. That's all, folks. All right, I got some stain up here. I don't normally stain on that piece over there, so I'll grab a paper towel to put it on. Luckily, this will wash off neatly. So we'll put that on there. You guys are getting a good view of the shop right now. I haven't even given a tour, and you guys are getting a quick walk around. Where'd I put my gloves? I gotta stitch up these guys. These guys gotta get done soon. Where'd my gloves go? Oh, I should have inlaid it with some snake. I got snake. I don't think I have any of my gloves here. We're gonna get Cheeto fingers. At least that's what oh, there's my gloves. At least that's what I call them. I call them Cheeto fingers. Because when you use these without gloves, it looks like you've been eating Cheetos the whole time. Rag. This. Some spray. And I'll try not to shake too much. And let's go back to that camera. Staining's always fun. I use an antique gel from Tandy, and I do mark it whenever I get the gel in, so that way I know how long, you know, any type of consumable product, I always make sure I date it so it's first in, first out. Just something that I've always done. Is made it a first in, first out policy for myself. So I leave I apply it with a sponge. And this sponge, without even taking it out of the package, I mean, without even putting anything on it, you can see that there's already oils and stuff on it. Not oils, but the stain. So that makes it so I don't use as much of it. And I apologize. This view is going to be the only view you get until I take my gloves off again. I'm going to put some on here. I'll move this back. I do actually give it a slight misting. My theory behind that, and now look at to get stain all over everything. My theory behind that is that the leather's not going to soak it up right away. It's already damp, so it's not going to soak it up. But I do put some on there because I know I'm going to need it right here in this corner. Move my watch out of the way. I don't want my watch to get it. I think I have a scratch on my watch. All right. So, scariest part of doing any project is the staining. So, here we go. Try to get it into all the spots. The nice part about using a marker or a pen to make my outline is when I stain it, it's not really going to be noticeable. So I'm going to rub it in like this. Circular motions. Make sure you get the whole project. And we can play around with it. If I go like this, you can see the lines, I think. Let me look up and see. Yeah, you can see the lines. I can always leave it like that. And then when I spray seal it, it'll seal those lines in there. But that's going to come out almost exactly how I wanted. Oops. I went over the line, so I want to make sure that this doesn't have anything. All right. Let that sit for a second. I don't let it sit very long. Put that over there, out of the way. Even with just on my fingers. People put it on with a dauber. I've found that I don't use a dauber. I will spray it wet again or damp. And then I can go right over top of it. And you can see that it comes right off, especially if you damp it. Oops, that's a little bit much. And this leather is a oh, I got some on there. Darn it. So then I'll make a corner like this, and then I can just get my object in the middle and nothing else. This was just a real basic tooling for it. And you can see that actually doesn't look too bad. Try to clean up this. Would you look at that? Would you look at it? Just look at it. So I do have a heat gun, but it's out in the car, so I can't use that right now. Make sure this is nothing on there. Move, slide down. Okay, let's see what it says. I don't like daubers. I used the foam paintbrush before. Bad idea. Leaves lines circular with rags is what I do now. Yeah, but this isn't a so this is EcoFlow Gel Antique. It's an all-in-one. There is ways to do this where you don't use, where you use like just a regular stain, and then you can turn around and add a gel antique and I mean an antique, not a gel antique, a straight antique, and then you can take it off with that, and then well, I just thought of a bad. I'll figure this out. I just thought of something. I have to, before I sew it together, I have to slick between here and here, and I have to slick it between there and there on this one, so that way I'll put it over top of that. I have to slick it so that way it has a finish edge to it. I don't think we're gonna finish this one, but maybe we'll cut it out here in a minute, because I want to make it so that way this is switch cameras, done tooling. Let me put my tooling stuff away. I am gonna have to get a drink. I'm thirsty. So if you look at the top of this one, and this piece here, I wanted it, but I'm not gonna put it on this one down here. But it's been finished here, and this piece has been finished. So if I don't finish that here, then what I do, it won't be finished here before I gotta stitch it. I gotta finish it before I stitch it. Let's see. Heat gun, I use a hairdryer. I have a heat gun. So to pull some of the oils out of my oil tan, or pull some of the color out of the chrome tan, I can use it and heat it up after I turn bags inside out or something like that. So I'm gonna have a little bit of my drink in my custom can koozie, my branded can koozie, I found a nice branding to put on it. You can't touch it because there's an X on it. That's what that means. There's an X. Wait a minute. Oh, I was like, wow, that's crazy. So that's a branding on there. I don't know how the branding got on there. Well, yeah, I do. I've done branding. But new can koozie. That'll be coming out sometime soon. Yep. So if that brand is going to be on there, and this has only been oiled, and I just finished this before lunch. I even tagged it because I wanted to see how it'll look on the bottom, but now I know that I need to make RKLeather go this way and not this way. So that'll be next. I want to say it feels like it's oily, but it's not. My wife was worried about what if it's like condensation. We'll see. I don't know. That one's been sitting in the car for a while too, so it's a bubbly. But that's the new leather koozie. So hold on a minute, I gotta answer this one. I'm still live on YouTube. Night. Come say hi. Hey Kyle, thank you very much. Hey, just a real quick note for anybody that's watching, but for Kyle too. If you look over, I can't put anything up in these corners, but there is a playlist that says all videos right before you go to bed. Click on that, push play, let it go on your computer, watch all of them. Like all of them too, but watch all of them. But this will help with, I am trying to monetize and get a whole ton of views and get a whole ton of, yeah. But we're trying. All right, Kyle, have a good night. Excuse me. I have to figure out how I want to like hold this. Will it make it easy? Does it? Let's turn it so my logo shows up. Right? So like that. Now, this one, if you don't mind the smell of yeah, I mean that's the way it's supposed to be. If you don't mind the smell of let me see what it's called. Pure needs foot oil. I feel like I have to yell because I'm so far away. But if you don't mind the smell of pure needs foot oil, that's not bad. But I do like that. That's gonna work. I'm gonna bring it to work. I'm gonna take some pictures with it. I really like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that was the tooling and staining for this project here. Yeah, there's a little bit blue on the back. So that knife sheath is going to sit at a little bit of an angle so that eagle will sit pretty level. If I made that box, I'm going to put it back down here so I know what I'm pointing at. If I made this box a little bit smaller, having the eagle stick out would have been cool. I just chose to do something easy on there. Again, we did do a little bit mess up here. And I got another 15 minutes or so. You know what? Let's do it 15 minutes or so. I will move. I'm going to cut the tops off of both of these so I can edge it. And I'll show you how I do my edging. And then we'll finish that. Let's look at the overhead camera here while I move some of the stuff around so I can get my knives and other stuff set. I can put this back on. I never wear jewelry while I'm tooling because any of these pieces here can show up and mess it up. Oh, I just got some on my fingers because the edges are wet. I did pick up a new mat because I wanted something that would fit, in front of my monitor, because here's my monitor. I needed something to fit in front of the monitor, so I picked up a new mat. I need to get a lamp instead of this movable thing, but that works. Let's see how I'm going to have to put that so you guys can see me cutting and go from there. One of my more enjoyable blades that I cut with is just this square one. You can buy these all over the place, and I use it for almost everything. And I can change the blades really easy. So if I feel like it's to the point where I need to change it, I can flip it over because there's a whole nother side. You can see how that blade is just bending in there for me. Really will follow exactly where I tell it to go. This leather is a tougher leather. I'm scratching my board already. Man. And you know what I got? I got to do that. I got to get the other thing out. Let me bring the small one over. I do have to remember that I have a microphone right next to my head, so I don't want to make too much gulping or dripping or bring my small cutting board over. Let me go like this. Let me go to studio mode. GoPro 2. Zoom this out so you can see what's actually going on here. All right. So I do have a big 16 by 12 or something like that. But so I mainly need to do from here. I don't know if you can see the stitch lines now. They're just, yeah, you can see the stitch line. So I need to go from here to here and make that look finished. So I'm just going to start the cut down here. And you can see how that blade just turns with it. The only thing you got to make sure when you're doing it is that it stays up and down. Still a little bit damp, but that's okay. So you just gotta make sure that you keep that blade going up and down when you do this. Really easy to make it undercut or something, and you definitely don't want to do that. So this leather is in the middle of this leather. It's a 7 to 9. What else did you say? Do not lick the Cheeto fingers. That looks really nice. The weight of the leather, I believe, is a 7 to 9 ounce. What's the weight that you need? It's a little bit thick for a little bit thick. It'll work, but it's a little bit thick for it. And again, I'm just doing the top, and then I'm going to punch these holes and line it up when I go to glue it. And I'm just going to cut this top off here. Excuse me. Body's not used to the pizza that I had tonight for dinner because I knew I was staying late in town. Well, late in Elizabeth City. I still got a 20-minute ride home. Making sure my knife is going straight up and down. This leather is actually a really tough leather. And if anybody's watching from Florida, hi. Mark, send me a PM and let's chat tomorrow about your restocking. Luckily, I have a tabletop skiver. If you watch my video, if you watch my weekly update that I just did, you'll see I talked about my my tabletop skiver. So I could, and it is wide enough to pull this piece through. So, and what's this, about 10? It's about 4.5 inches. So the tabletop skiver will make it thinner. I ended up using the same leather, and I lined a strap thingy that I have. So that was super convenient having that new one. Where's my... What do I do with it? It's got to be up on the table. One of the wonderful things, and anybody that does anything in a shop knows, you spend most of your time, there it is, most of your time looking for the tool that you need. Put that back out of the way. Actually, I'll just put it back because I'm going to use it again. Go back down to see my light. Pull this out of the way. So I need to mark where that goes. And it just so happens that I can do it really easily by lining up. Where do I have a pencil? Ooh, a pencil or a pen. Do you believe it? I don't know where my pen is. A pencil's better, but, and I just found both, so we're good. Yes, I'm a pen maker, and yes, I still use a Bic. Oh, I gotta scroll down. Okay, Will PM, he says. So there are the lines. So I'm gonna do a black edge coat. So I don't mind using black. Makes it a little bit easier to see. Same with over here. I already marked this one, so I know where it's got to go. I'm using number 1 edge beveler. I've been using a 0, but I think I overused my 0, so I'm going to do a number 1. And you can see I'm getting... I take the tape off. So I can finish this part. And then I'll have to let it dry. See, so I didn't want to happen. That's still a little damp. Only because that's brand new. I don't want to make it all. It's not nasty, but I don't want to make it all dirty yet. So let me do this here with it quick. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice. Once I bring my keypad in, I'll just be able to push a button on the keypad and it'll change my my camera views. Do I sharpen my bevelers? I haven't in a long while. Since 2019, I have in the past, but I don't often. I haven't overused it. I preferred the 0 for a while, so I was using the 0, but this one really made a nice rounded edge. So now we're gonna I'll show you my technique for doing this. Make sure I have everything before I start. That, and that. Okay. So until I get a little jar in here, I put a little dab of water on the table, and then dab my finger, and I just rub some water on the spot that I want to do. I want to do a little more on this one, just so it doesn't have to fight right next to the edge. Okay. I want to overlap my lines. So I just add a little bit of water, let it absorb for a millisecond or so. Tip this up so you can see, because I'll be doing more up high. Now, take this little secret right here. That is what you think it is. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you what it is. But if you do know what it is, I'm going to tell you what it is. Now, I've already got a small groove in mine, so I'm just going to rub that right over it. Just between the two spots that I want, a little bit over. Now, I am done staining. I am done finishing. I've done all the finishing work. I've done everything else. So, and I'm going to have to come here after work before a meeting tomorrow night so I can carry this. Okay, so I've added a little bit of that. If you're wondering what that is, I put the answer down. No, I'll tell you. As soon as Mark looks and tells me what he thinks it is, I'll tell you what it is. Take this fabric. It's I need to get some more denim, but this fabric works. I have a bunch of this. So then I just rub it. And that's pretty much my burnishing. I will pull out oh, where'd my Beveler go? Oh, man. Where'd my Beveler go? So, I do wear this tool pouch every time I'm working. You can see I wear this, trying to get it in camera. I wear this tool pouch, and usually my Beveler sits right there. Bee vomit. Nope, it is not bee vomit, but that is a great answer. It's actually glycerin soap. It's a glycerin bar. And a little bit of denim and a glycerin bar. I barely use this. But I am today. And I think in a second you'll be able to see that they are slick. A lot more and more people I'm seeing, I don't want to say a lot, more and more people I see using, oh man, that is smooth. Let's see if I can try to make it. Look at the edge on that. Glossy. See that shine? That is one heck of a shine. A lot more and more people I see are using this idea and this technique. I don't want to say idea. But that is super smooth. And you gotta remember, this is going to be used, so this area is not going to stay super smooth. And only because I'm going to use a dark finish over the edges, that I'll use one of my used ones. I do have a couple new ones, but I use these. I haven't found any problem with this stuff coming off. That's if I stain it while I'm trying to do it, using the stain as the wetting portion. But glycerin soap, you can go and stain through it. It doesn't make a problem. Some of the other stuff that you can use, I've seen somebody was it recently? I saw somebody actually use they use acrylic resin on their edges also. I haven't tried that one. I did just recently see that technique, so I can't say yes or no with that technique. But let me show you what these two edges look like here. If you push really hard, you're doing it wrong. In my opinion, you don't want this to have a lip. All you're doing is just running it across it to give it a smooth. You're actually just heating it up. I had one on my drill press, and the drill press used to have one on it, and I'd let my daughter slick the stuff. That one is shiny, and this one is shiny. But this is where I'm going to finish. I should, if I had the ability, I'd just turn it off while I'm talking and be like, this is where I'm finishing. Have a good one, guys. And then have it hang up. But I'm going to look at the analytics of this first before I hang up. All right, so here is, let's see if I can get it on a better angle. So you can see how shiny that is there. And that's going to be, it looks good, but I wish it was more centered, and I wish I didn't mess up this bottom. But you know what? That's why this one's a learning one. But I am still going to finish it to the best. Oh, look at that. You can see that's almost as shiny as my head. Let's see if I can. So the light's still on. Is there a difference? Oh, yeah. Yep. So you can see that it's shiny right through here and not shiny here. So that's the burnishing. So they'll go together like this. And that right there is why I had to finish it first, because once I put this together, this right here is not going to want to, I wouldn't be able to burnish in between the two lines. So in between my finger here and my finger here, that's why I had to burnish that first. So I did have to cut the top off. When I go to stitch it, I'm going to stitch it just like this. It's going to get, I'll glue it, and I know where the top has to be. So turn that light off. Let's go back down to here. So I'm going to glue it like this. I'll know how to put these two together. And I may not add those. I may not punch the holes because I'll be able to use my, I have a big punch to punch the holes out afterwards. But I could have tooled the whole thing. I could have done a bunch of stuff too. But it's all on how you do it. But we're gonna let those dry, and we're gonna finish this up before I hang up. I want to say thank you very much, guys, for sticking with me, and for the people that's watched the entire video, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you learned something. Go ahead and comment, and I hope you learned something from this. I don't try to do tutorials. I just try to do the work. And if you guys get something from it, then great. And sometimes I get some ideas from you guys, which is even cooler. This is a dead mouse, in case you're wondering. That's on top of my GoPro. Real rudimentary for camera setup still. I'm still working on getting some other stuff set up in here, so we'll be able to do it better. But I'm going to quick look over at my my analytics and see how that looks. So the average view duration is 11 minutes for people. The chat rate was pretty good. There's, let's see, total views. 50 minutes in is when I got 6 views. that bell and subscribe, and check out. I do a weekly update video, and you'll be able to see what's going on in the shop and what I'm doing through that weekly update video. So check that out. We're on episode 5 for that, so you can go back and watch the other ones. I just did a tutorial on how to make this guy right here. I won't hold it up. Let me. Nope. This one. I just made a tutorial on how to make a bleed knot. So definitely go and check that out. Let me know how you do. But like I said, I'm just looking at some of the analytics because I have not done any analytics looking lately, and I wanted to see what it was. So, I didn't select closed captioning. I should have. Nope, that's good. I want there. Low latency, that's good. Analytics, I've already looked at my concurrent. I had 1 concurrent viewer. I had 8 views. The average duration was 11 minutes, which is awesome. And I had a viewer from about 8:15. Looks like nobody watching just before 9, and then everybody then kept going. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's see. No restrictions, education, 2 playlists, not made for kids, a bunch of great tags, but I should have put how to in those tags. Do I have how to? Nope, I can get rid of shop talk, and I can put how to and DIY. What can I take out to add? I can get rid of that and that. Do it yourself. Add in there. What else can I add? Follow along. Yeah, thank you. I'll save that there. I only have 4 letters left. Oh, 4 letters. That'll be USCG in there. Huh. Yeah, I just tried to make it a nice, smooth, nothing wild, nothing crazy. I'm trying to actually calm that down. You'll see my first weekly video update. I was almost all over the place. I put the bloopers at the end of the video, and I've been getting better. Week 5, I actually almost had through the entire thing. No real bloopers, so that was nice. And being able to finish the whole thing without any bloopers and mess ups, that was kind of nice. But all right, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for some more live stuff, I guess. Maybe we'll go live on Saturday. I'll be doing some sewing machine stuff. I got a mess. You can see I got 2 rolls of leather I got to go through. I have a bunch of bags on top of it. So lots of stuff. So I think you just called me the Bob Ross of the leather world. Nice. Hashtag Bob Ross of leather. No. There's guys that are much better out there than me. I just try to make it look easy. So it's a couple years of experience making it look easy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm quiet. Oh, I did get my new glue bottle in. Got one from Maker's Leather. And a new glue bottle in. This thing is cool. I'll have to show you why I like this one. I like this one better than the other one, but I'll do that on another video. Probably talk about it during my weekly video. But all right, guys, we will talk to you later. Till next time, keep turning. See ya. I'm not moving. Oh, I gotta put my face in the center. There we go. There's a video there. And there's a video there.